Okay, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and nominations are out, and we are in Northeast Ohio. We are from the Akron and Barberton area. So one of the nominees this year is Devo, and the city of Akron is doing a Devo Day on April the 1st, which is this Thursday.
Because they are from here.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So
is that one that people have been clamoring for a while to get in? Is that one of the probably from this area? Because Devo's a pretty
I've heard different articles.
Legendary band around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devo was definitely instrumental in the the electronic type music and all of that. Certainly, kind of that early '80s wave of that type of sound, and they were definitely their own thing. I mean, they were completely different. They had their own style, certainly. And one of the founders, Mark Mothersbaugh, who's a local Kent State graduate, also, but yeah, all from the Akron area. He does a lot of TV and movie soundtracks right now. So there have been movies, cartoons, plenty of them out there that you'll see the score by Mark Mothersbaugh. Actually, in some of our promos, our little Convincing Idiots promos that we make on iMovie, a lot of those opening little tunes and stuff like that I pick purposely because they are done by Mark Mothersbaugh.
Look at that.
How about that?
Neat.
Yep. So there you go. So I kind of try to pick his stuff as much as possible on our little promos.
Maybe the Convincing Idiots promo are kind of what got Devo over the hump to get the nod finally.
What? It could
for the
be.
Rock Hall.
All that added exposure out there for sure. So, I like that. It'd be nice to see them get in, certainly, just for being a local band and influential and all that. So I guess around the city of Akron, they're going to do different things. Like they'll have different, they had the cone hats they wore, the red hats and all of that they're pretty famous for. So I guess those are going to be around the city, and there's going to be a code on those you can scan with your phone that'll take you into. Are you doing like your arms around us or something? Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Are you skiing right now?
Skiing.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, so I guess you can scan your phone. It takes you right to. So you can vote now for your favorite nominees up to. I just learned this tonight. Up to 5 times a day. Now through April 30th.
Did you say who the other ones were? Or was that while Dean was skiing? Okay.
So, the other ones are Mary J. Blige.
Okay.
Kate Bush. Foo Fighters.
Yes.
Is it time already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think it's like 25 years after your first album, something like that. I think that's when you're eligible. Yeah. The Go-Go's.
Okay.
Sure.
Iron Maiden.
Yes.
Jay-Z.
Yeah. Okay.
Shaka Khan.
Yes.
Carole King. Fela Kuti. I don't know who she is. I'm sorry.
I don't know who that is. Yeah.
I'm surprised Shaka Khan and Carole King isn't in already.
Yeah. LL Cool J.
Okay.
The New York Dolls.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely.
Rage Against the Machine.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I guess they would be eligible.
Well, if the Foo Fighters have been out long enough, then they definitely have. So yeah.
That's true. Some classic heavy hitters here too. Todd Rundgren.
He's not already in the Rock Hall?
No. Tina Turner. I think Tina Turner's in there with Ike and Tina Turner, I believe. So
okay.
Wow.
I know they've got a ton of her stuff in there. I know that.
And Dionne Warwick.
Oh, okay.
So Devo's got.
Isn't she the one who played Wicket in all the Star Wars movies?
I don't think so, but she was. She did like those tarot reading things. I mean, you had those commercials for a little bit and all that. But yeah, definitely. It's funny.
She knew I was going to make that joke.
SNL lately, by the way, they've been doing like the Dionne Warwick show, which I think is pretty hilarious.
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah. With Ego.
Ego Modem.
Modem. Yeah. Yep. She's funny in that role.
Yeah.
She's good. So Devo's got its uphill battle. Now, I want to hear some of these though. I'm like, I don't get into the whole thing. Is it rock and roll? Is it soul? Is it rap? I mean, it's really the Music Hall of Fame.
It is the Music Hall of Fame. Rock and roll is just a term that they use for. It doesn't actually have to be rock and roll.
Yeah.
Because all of it originates really from the same place when you really break it down. So
right, blues.
Yeah. Now, Nick, you're a hard rock fan. I know, Dean, you like some of that stuff too. But Nick and I definitely grew up with a lot of that. But so last year, Def Leppard got in. and Judas Priest did not get in. This year we have Iron Maiden on the ballot. Judas Priest isn't even back on the ballot. I don't know if you get one shot and that's it, or you probably
do you
come
have to
back around.
take years
I don't
off?
think so. You have to be nominated.
Works. Maybe that's it. I think you're right. That's it.
Yeah, you have to be nominated by so many of it's kind of like the baseball or Hall of Fame, where you have to be nominated by a certain amount of sports writers something like
some
that.
Panel that you're right.
Now, has Iron Maiden, do you know, have they ever been nominated before?
I don't think so.
I feel like that should definitely be a first ballot you're in. There should be no debate had there. The Iron Maiden is definitely on the list.
See, this
of all the ones you named, Iron Maiden is up there.
I'm with you. It's like, do you have to go? Should they consider categories or something like that? Because it's not unlike we talked. We brought up the in the 80s, the Jethro Tull beating Metallica for the Grammys, for crying out loud. It's just like they just seem too all out of touch with hard rock music and everything. Iron Maiden,
I feel like LL Cool J can wait a little bit. You know what I mean? There's other things that I'm like, okay, I get their place in the, but Jay-Z is a definite shoe-in. Iron Maiden's a shoe-in.
Hold on. If you're looking at time-wise, LL Cool J would be before Jay-Z.
Yeah, but as far as I feel like the career and the amount of.
But he's still going. So I think, once again, I think he's deserving and will be deserving. And once again, I'm not even arguing the fact that LL Cool J should or shouldn't be in it. I'm just saying timeline. I understand what you're saying, but I think Jay-Z should wait as well.
I see. I'm with you. Iron Maiden.
He will be. I believe he should get in sometime, but I think he could probably wait.
I don't know how much bearing the fan votes have on all of this, but it definitely has some bering. Or is it just the fan votes?
So by that argument, though, do you think the Foo Fighters should wait too then?
Yeah.
Because they're still going.
No. Mm-mm.
You don't think so? You don't think it should wait?
I'm a little biased on that, I admit. No, I think...
Because actually, they're similar. In regard to, and the dominance over a genre for so long. Jay-Z and the Foo Fighters are somewhat parallel in their respective genres of music.
Okay, Nick. I think what does that to me, I think what gives me that thought is the list of people. When you have Jay-Z and the Foo Fighters, and then you tell me Dionne Warwick is on that same list. You know what I mean?
Right.
In my mind, it messes with my timeline of who should or shouldn't be on there, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, maybe that's what does it.
Yeah, and I have to read more too of how the nominees get in too, because I hope it's not just the fan only votes. I hope they're not just nominated and the fans.
I think the majority of them go through the door, Brian.
What's that?
I think the majority of them go through the door.
Go through the door.
You asked how the nominees get in.
Thank you.
Oh.
Because it's
I didn't follow either.
If you think about
you guys are ruining my jokes.
Or Dionne Warwick's, we're not ruining them. They're just not that good.
Notice how everybody laughed at that one immediately. That's how it goes.
That's good.
No, but if you're thinking Dionne Warwick's biggest fans, is that demographic running around and logging in and voting electronically? I don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
There is a way. I'm sure we could Google it and find out. I tried, but my iPad's dead.
Yeah, we'll come back and maybe after a break we'll talk more about that for a second, how they get in. But it's just such a diverse. I guess the point is it's such a diverse nominee list. Unfortunately, there's probably no way in hell Iron Maiden will get in because there won't be enough people to log in and vote, and that would be unfortunate. Because compared to others in their genre, Iron Maiden is one of the most... I wasn't a big fan as a kid, but they are one of the most musically talented. I know. Okay. Right. So hopefully there's something there.
So you have magazine editors and magazine, whoever is part of that guild.
Yeah.
Or whatever they call it. They have a chance, right?
They do. They do have a chance.
Oh, for sure. I was going to say there's still the argument, too. You mentioned the New York Dolls. They were such massive influences for countless bands who are already in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So, you can make those arguments, but I think at the end of the day, even so, we're talking about the timeline-wise, right? This person's been around longer or whatever. There's also that argument to be made for the immediate impact on pop culture, right? you've got, I mean, yes, does somebody like Dionne Warwick deserve to be in? Absolutely. But as far as the impact on pop culture, does that stand up to a Foo Fighters or a Jay-Z or an Iron Maiden or a Rage Against the Machine? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's different times, but,
Actually, it, oddly, I don't know if you picked those four just randomly in your head. They do, I think all four that you just said hold up in their own genre for exactly what you just said. The influence, what they did for that genre. Yeah. Rage Against the Machine, I mean, their influence and not just influence as into other artists, which they also probably do, but influence, to their fans and like their hardcore fans. Jay-Z, if you're just quantifying on that, is beyond a shoo-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, for sure.
And he would probably be above all of the other ones given how far his hand of stretches.
Oh yeah.
I think Foo Fighters once again is in their genre.
Oh, they'll get in
right up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see Devo or Iron Maiden get in. So, but we'll see.
Devo's going to get in.
Think so.
Watch.
Maybe the local.
Well, not only local, but they also once again were influential and very for what they did, and like you said before, they were their own sound and they were their own. Hell, they were almost their own genre.
True.
Yeah. How many get in on the?
I was just thinking that we're sitting here talking about it, so we'll look that up.
We could do predictions to pick your 5 or pick your 4 or whoever.
Well, let's come back to that after the break. Let's Google that so we probably. Yeah,
we'll do that. I should have had that prepared more, but we'll do that. We'll come and we'll quickly pick our and then we'll pick our own nominees as well if we can pick anyone.